Hey guys, there comes a time when we start thinking about leaving the military. Now, for some of us, that feeling comes while we're in basic training, and others start thinking about it towards the tail end of a 20-year career. Regardless of when you are planning to leave, before you make the decision, you should make sure that you at least possess some marketable skills that you can leverage in the workforce. You should at least have these skills if you're meaning to transition into another meaningful job. The first skill you should have or learn is a strong proficiency with Microsoft Excel. Almost every civilian job will have some type of contact with Excel, so it will benefit you to become good at it now. You should at least know Excel at the intermediate level, meaning that you should learn how to apply filters, sort columns and rows, basic formulas, and pivot tables, among other functions. And the best part is you can learn more about Excel for free by either watching YouTube videos, online classes on LinkedIn Learning, which you can have a free access for up to a year if you are a military veteran or a transitioning veteran when you sign up for LinkedIn Premium, and there'll be a link down below in the description. And make sure that you do not just learn the concepts of Excel. You need to actually open up a spreadsheet and get into it and start working and inputting data and manipulating that data. Remember, you can read 100 books on how to ride a bike, and that's fine. But if you do not get up and get on that bike, you will never actually learn how to ride it, and you'll never be good at it. Also, in the military, there are plenty of reasons to use Excel spreadsheet, such as creating a guard duty roster, an alert roster, planning a training event rotation, creating a training tracker, or an evaluation tracker. You really have to think of ways and opportunities to use and improve upon your skills. You can start to look for ways to use it more, whether at work or at home. However you do it, make sure you start building on your spreadsheet experience. Then, when you decide to list that you have Microsoft Excel experience on your resume, you will be confident that you'll be able to perform spreadsheet functions at a high level. Next is data analysis. This can pretty much go hand in hand with Microsoft Excel. Data analysis sounds complex and complicated, and it certainly can be at certain levels, but it doesn't have to be. So what is data analysis? It has a fancy definition. Data analysis is the process of inspecting, cleaning, transforming, and modeling data in order to discover useful information and support decision making. Basically, if you are using spreadsheets or databases to either input or extract information on a daily or weekly basis, the chances are you're doing this right now. You are doing it with Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, or the multiple databases that the military currently uses. Whether you're currently doing it now or not, it helps to learn and understand more about data analysis. This is a popular skill that many companies are looking for, including the federal government. In job postings and job announcements, you can find keywords or phrases under qualifications that state must have experience analyzing data or experience in conducting analysis of functions and work processes. The government has a job series just for this, which is the 0343 Program Analyst or Management Analyst job series. To build this skill, and really any of the skills that I'm talking about today, I would recommend looking first towards YouTube videos, then books from your local library, and also free online classes. First, make sure you have a firm understanding of the basic fundamentals, and then build upon that and start applying it whenever you have the opportunity, whether at home or at work. The next skill you should consider mastering is Microsoft Outlook. I'm assuming most of us have basic Outlook experience. This is a common email program that comes with Microsoft Office. Try to expand your knowledge of Outlook. Understand how to set up a virtual meeting, share calendars, manage your calendar, how to recall a message, set your signature block, set reminders, and how to organize your email in individual folders. Regardless of where you are working, you will probably need to have a firm understanding of Microsoft Office. Take the time and learn more about it now while you're still in the military. Next is people management. This is being able to develop, organize, and problem solve for employees in the company. So you might think that people management is like military leadership. And it somewhat is kind of like that, but it also includes the ability to mediate a personality clash between team members or employees. One of the critiques you might face in the civilian world is that people think being a leader in the military is not the same as being a leader in the civilian sector. Some people think that in the military, your subordinates have to listen to you. They're not given a choice. So some people think that you might not have the ability to persuade or influence others because people were legally forced to listen to you. In addition to taking a people management course, try to make sure you have a success story about how you influenced or persuaded peers or subordinates in order to accomplish a task. People will not assume that you have this skill just based on your military rank alone. You actually need to demonstrate that you have this skill. Finally, we have PowerPoint. It is important to know how to use Microsoft PowerPoint to be able to create and present slideshows. In my first job after the military, after about 2 months of being on the job, I was asked to put together a 25 slide deck and present a 45-minute presentation 3 weeks later. This included creating my own content, format and styling the slides myself, and making sure a script was written alongside the slide deck. Thankfully, I had plenty of PowerPoint experience from teaching ROTC, and I didn't struggle too much. Understand that the better you understand PowerPoint and how to include the animations and other dynamic effects into the slides, the more value you will offer to your organization. In today's work environment, most people will assume that you have a decent understanding on how to use PowerPoint. And this is also a very popular skill to include on your resume. In my experience, about 12 months before I transitioned out of the military, I spent a lot of time on LinkedIn Learning. I probably spent a total of 6 or 8 months taking the free online classes, printing out the certificates, practicing different skills, and updating my resume. Ultimately, I was able to use all the skills I just went over in order to build up my resume and make myself more marketable. It also helped me during the interview process. Not only that, but I was ready to use these skills when I started to work in my new job. Now, this is not a comprehensive list. Do not stop at just these 5 skills. Look for other skills that are relevant for the job or job field that you're targeting. For example, if you want to work as a computer programmer, then there are hundreds of programming classes that you can take online. Employers are more concerned if you have the ability to perform a skill with proficiency. You do not necessarily need to have a college degree in the skill, but you should be able to prove the skill when asked. Identify your desired skills and keep reading, watching, practicing, and do not stop learning. You will be successful. Well, that wraps up my video on do not leave the military without these 5 skills. If you have any questions, comments, or you feel like I missed something, please leave that down below. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.